Sorry?
the Africa we want.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just increase your volume a little bit.
Okay. Thank you so much for this platform so that we can think and exchange about our continent. I think
Can you
it's
introduce
really,
yourself first? Can you,
yes,
Mr. Bary, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Adulay, Bary from Guinea-Bissau. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Innova Lab and Big Technology. I work basically in building an ecosystem of technology and entrepreneurship in my country and around Africa. So for this question, I think it's a really very important question as we talk about the future of Africa. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just a little bit of intensity we need.
Sorry? It's okay. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, okay now.
Great. So I was saying that I think we don't need to reinvent anything. So if we say we're going to build the Africa that we want in the next 15 years, or to talk about it's important to see, to talk about the past, but we can use what exists now in the other countries to boost our development. We don't need to reinvent anything. Today we're talking about AI, we're talking about blockchain and everything, on all the deep technology that exists. And we're talking about education.
On the screen.
I think it's important to think out of the box, to see Africa, a continent where we can, start from now. We don't need to say we are in the level of the second revolution of technology or economy or anything else. So to start from now and say we can teach our young people, we can teach our engineers in a few time about AI. It's just to demystify the things. Today we have people in Africa, Java, that can learn about machine learning, that can learn about AI. I think in 6 months, it's kind of reinventing our education system by using what exists. Today, if you see Bill Gates' background, he hasn't the degree, but he created Microsoft, and today everyone are using Microsoft. I think what's most important is to reinvent our education system and then have a short-term courses and demystify all these names. When we talk about AI, for us as an African, we're going to think it's something else. When we talk about blockchain,
Right.
we think it's something that we can't learn about.
Right, so can you put the speaker on the screen?
So basically, I think we need to disrupt our education system so that we can't wait for the next 20, 30 or 50 years to develop Africa. And the second thing I think it's really important is about creating today, when we talk about policy, we see it as something very complicated. We are really vulnerable when we talk about data and privacy and all those things. But we need to create talent that can think about policies, that can be able to protect our data. And it's really important to readapt all these things in our context, because today, if you see, we have our own languages. How we can use robotics to translate our, like to translate languages in our local language. For example, you can translate English in Yoruba or in Fulani or in Mandinka or something like that, we can use this technology that exists to be able to readapt it in our context and be and move very fast. For me, we don't need to wait for 20 or 50 years to be able to, to change the situation or to have the Africa that we want.
Bary.
Yes.
I was looking at two contrasting views. He said we don't need to reinvent, but he said we also need to disrupt. So I don't know which point are you actually looking at?
Yeah, the disruption is not really a reinvention. For me, it's kind of doing benchmark. For example, the Europe like many years to be where they are now. So we need to wait for those years also for Africa to be able to change the situation. We have many tools now that we use. We have many international infrastructure that we can use. So we can accelerate the revolution of our continent. We have many people that have the talent, that have the knowledge to come back and develop Africa. For me, just to create the